What's up, everyone? So Matt Kong pointed out that my spring guide was a little out of date, so I thought I would redo it for you guys. So to start off, we are going to place a dart monkey at the very beginning and then a sub near the very end, and you're going to want to squeeze the sub as far left as you possibly can, and then we are going to save up for our hero this run, Quincy. So when you're placing Quincy, you want to leave enough room to fit a tack shooter as far right on land as you can. So what I do is I just put Quincy right above that orange flower. Then we are going to upgrade our sub all the way into a 203. Now, I do want to apologize up front that this video is a bit longer than my usual ones. I went with a permaspike strat and it did run a bit long. I normally try to keep my videos down to around 10 to 11 minutes. However, I didn't find a way that I could speed this up enough so that it was still watchable and explainable while keeping the timer short. And I didn't really want to cut out parts of the video as I wanted to show how I beat each round in case you guys were struggling. So comment below if you want to see me cut out some rounds if the videos do tend to run longer, or if you enjoyed seeing every single round like usual. Next up, we are going to be placing down our tack shooter, and we want this guy as far right as possible and try to get it pretty balanced so it attacks the top and bottom tracks pretty evenly. Then we are going to place down an alchemist down into the left of this tack shooter, and we're going to get this elk into a 300. Now that our alchemist is a 300, we are going to upgrade our tack shooter into a 203. Next up, we are going to place a submarine down just to the left of our dart monkey and upgrade this guy into a 201. Then we're going to upgrade our dart monkey into a 002 so we have camo detection at the beginning of the track. And then we're going to upgrade our first submarine into a 204 so it has the extra damage to take down the round 40 mob. One thing to note is that I didn't use any abilities for quite some time, so if you feel like the balloons are getting slightly too far, feel free to use them as you won't need them anytime soon. So now that our submarine is a 204, the next upgrade that we'll be doing is upgrading our tack shooter into a 204, and then we'll upgrade our alchemist into a 402. So now that our elk is a 402, I recommend saving up for 3240 cash and upgrading our sub on the left all the way into a 401. Now this is primarily to deal with the camo leads coming on round 59, though it does help quite a bit for the camo rounds right now, as well as doing some early damage on the balloons entering the track. But now we are going to save up to upgrade our tack shooter into a 205. Round 54 is one of the rounds that I recommend using one of Quincy's abilities on. Now I didn't either run, and it did get really close both times, so I don't think you need it, but we don't use them for a while, so you might as well if you want to be safe. Now we finally got the tack zone, and our next purchase is going to be a monkey village down and to the left of the alchemist. Now you want to squeeze this guy in so that it will reach the submarine once you upgrade it, but we're going to upgrade this guy into a 4-2-0 so that the tack zone has all of the primary mentoring buffs so that it will become a complete monster for taking down the balloons, and we want it to have camo detection so we don't completely rely on the sub at the beginning. After the village is upgraded, we are going to place down an ice monkey in the very bottom right of the top right island. And we're going to upgrade this guy into a 0-3-1 so that we can place down a permaspike factory on the water so that we can guarantee it places on the end of the track. So if you guys didn't know, Arctic Wind lets you place land towers on water as it will freeze the water into ice, but we are going to place down a spike factory down and to the right of the ice monkey as close to the end of the track as possible, and we are going to upgrade this guy into a 0-2-4 and set its targeting priority to close. Now it is absolutely crucial that you get the spikes placed where mine are. Now it shouldn't be too hard as the ice monkey gives you tons of leeway where to place it. However, if you cannot get them to be placed at the end of the track, you probably are going to have to restart as we do rely on this guy to pop the DDTs heading our way in the 90s. Now that our spike factory is a 0-2-4, we are going to place down an alchemist right on top of it and upgrade this guy into a 3-0-0 so that our spike factory will place down spikes faster as well as being able to pop every type of balloon. After our elk is a 3-0-0, we are going to go back to the spike factory and get it all the way up into a 0-2-5 perma spike factory. So we finally got permaspikes, and next up we are going to upgrade our alchemist into a 4-0-2 so it can keep our spike factory always buffed. And then we are going to place down an engineer in range of the monkey village but out of range of the alchemist, and we're going to upgrade this guy into a 0-4-0 so that it will have the overclock ability. Now when you see me using this ability, I will always be using it on the spike factory as it combos incredibly well with the alchemist, allowing the spike factory to place down more spikes but not using up the elk buff too quickly. So we got the overclock ability, and I will be using this as often as I can on the spike factory to get as many spikes down as possible. But next up, we are going to place down a sniper in the range of the monkey village, but out of range of the alchemist, just like the engineer, and we're going to upgrade this guy into a 402 and set his targeting priority to strong, and this will really help us out with the harder mob class balloons like DDTs and ZOMGs heading our way in the 90s. Now that we've upgraded our sniper, we are going to place down an alchemist at the very beginning of the track and upgrade this guy into a 032 and set its starting priority to strong. And this unstable concoction really helps out with rounds like 96 and 98, which are pretty tough to deal with. Next up, we are going to place down another submarine just to the right of the previous one, and we're going to upgrade this guy into a 040 so that we'll have the first strike ability mainly for round 100. So from here we have basically everything we need. I think I did upgrade the bottom path on both submarines just to get that extra attack and scan speed, but I also do use abilities from here on out. Like I just used First Strike to help deal with the ZOMG. Now it wasn't really necessary, although it did speed up the run, and this one was a bit longer since it was a perma spike strat, and those do take a little longer than other ones. But moving forward, I continuously use the overclock ability, and then I use First Strike as well as Quincy's abilities through the next few rounds, though they are not quite needed until round 100. The perma spikes have more than enough spikes down to deal with all of these balloons basically by itself, so I was not too worried. But that is all I have for you guys today. Really, the only thing left is make sure to spam Overclock and First Strike on round 100 and you'll beat it no problem. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.